what's up? Yeah. All right, what's up, guys? It's Keeping It 99, presented by the crew. And I fucking hate technology. I can't stand it. I've had the longest week with it. I had to rent a car this week. It's a 2023 Chevy. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but everything about it sucks. And then it's just leading up to everything this week. Like, number one, I can't make a phone call on it. Every time I try to turn on the Apple CarPlay, it just turns back off. It tells me to go fuck myself. It's maybe Chevy's just an asshole.
It's
But I
because
just
Mercury's in retrograde, bro.
what?
I don't know. I was talking to this chick on Hinge the other day, and I was telling her about those problems I was going with my phone. And she's like, "Oh, it's because Mercury's in retrograde, so technology is going to be messing up." I'm like, "Fucking whatever. Can we
Does it
fuck
have
now?"
something to what does Mercury have to do with it?
I don't know. It's that what's that bullshit called with the horoscopes and everything?
Oh, you're talking about like the planet Mercury? I thought you were talking about like the
No, dude.
like the
Like the
substance.
fucking planet. Yeah, some dumb
Oh,
shit like that.
Yeah,
she was talking about the planet?
I guess, bro. I don't know.
Oh, well,
dude,
don't
That's
tell
all
Goofy. He might go get Pluto.
dude,
All right.
I hate horoscopes. I worked with a guy that took the time to make a spreadsheet of everyone, like over 100 people in the office of all their signs.
How old was he?
I, he was 26.
It's really weird.
There was no purpose. Like there was like no, I didn't even see what he was going to gain out of it.
I don't
Just so he could
understand
know.
this.
Just so he could know that like Cynthia was, you know, probably in an optimistic mood today.
Horny on Thursdays.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
She,
I don't understand the stars, like girls that like the stars. If a girl ever says that she's into like the horoscopes and the stars and all that shit and the signs, I'm out. Like you can ask Murdo. By the way, this is Shane McMurdo, the podcast owner of Punchlines Pod. He talks boxing. No one listens to it. It's pretty gay, but we try to support him.
Hey, I
Um,
didn't hear you read out any of your sponsors at the beginning of this episode.
fuck you.
Ah.
We're presented by the crew.
Use code knockout20 on manscaped.com for no shipping and handling and 20% off.
Shave those nuts. Hey, actually, you maybe you should give those. You should tell Dylan Brooks that. Apparently, Dylan Brooks loves nuts, so I'm sure he loves shaved nuts. Trying to get a handful of LeBron's dick.
How many points did he have last night? 7?
I
probably.
not enough, clearly,
Didn't he get ejected?
for
Yeah,
grabbing LeBron's wiener or
dude,
trying to.
he's
Wait, are
the
you serious? I didn't
Yeah,
watch the game.
yeah. He tried to go for the ball and he hit LeBron in the grundle.
How
But
how low how low did he hit him? Was it like does LeBron have a low hanging dick? I'm just curious.
yeah, he said he only hit the top of the shaft. I think it was at his knee.
Yeah, when he's like swiping down at the ankle.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I hate Dylan Brooks. Like,
he's about to be on a
let's
new
go do what?
I said he's gonna be on a new team next year. The
It,
Grizzlies fucking hate him.
Is he like the Eli
the
Apple of
Lakers.
the NBA?
Do
He is,
what?
dude. That's actually he is the Eli Apple of the NBA.
He is. It's like let's go back to he says when they beat the Lakers, he says you have to drop 40 on me to get respect. So like if I drop 30 on you, then you're still really good. Like what did you mean? Like that was the worst number. Like maybe 20, 25. Like I get it, you're talking about LeBron James, but LeBron's barely hitting 40 now.
Are you gonna like him when he plays for the Mavericks next year?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be the biggest fan. I'll be
Right?
I'm gonna admit he's a fraud
Yeah.
because
He's the LeBron stopper once he gets to the Mavericks.
exactly. Did you see? Well, he can't be a Luka stopper anymore, unless he's the reason we lose. I guess he could be. But did you see the Lakers roast him on their jumbotron?
Uh-uh.
No.
They put their stats together, like all of his points. I think he has like 4,000 maybe or 2,000 something. And LeBron's is 38,000. He showed all of his rings, all of his accolades, and everything else
Oh,
zero. And it
it
says
was
you're
like,
not that guy.
yeah,
Getting
he's
absolutely
like not
roasted
that
by
guy.
Crypto Arena.
Dude, it pisses me off because he went to Oregon.
Oh yeah, I can go back to that. Well, Cole's an OU fan, and saw Buddy Hill drop 37 on his head in the Elite Eight. So he's not a Buddy Hield stopper either.
Yeah. I think, did he win Player of the Year in college, or did Buddy Hield win it? For some reason, I always thought Dylan Brooks won it, like over Buddy Hield, and then Buddy Hield went off on him in the tournament.
Did he actually?
I don't know.
I thought it was Buddy Hield that got it.
What year was
Uh,
that? Like 2016 or
2017, 16. Yeah. 16. I don't know, but
Have you seen those?
he's a
videos
fraud.
somewhere?
Dylan Brooks is a fraud. Did you see he had the pregame with LeBron? LeBron pretty much just stepped on his face. Like,
No.
might as well have. Just pretty much went up to him publicly, and it looked like Dylan Brooks immediately backed down. And then the game goes on. He hits LeBron in the wiener, gets ejected, and then refuses to talk to the media.
I wouldn't either. Fuck.
He's a fraud.
He's the new Lance Stevenson, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love Suspect Lance.
That's bad.
Yeah, man. I mean,
That's what's a baller though. What do you think Dylan Brooks's horoscope is? He seems like a Pisces to me.
Nah, that motherfucker.
that's just the gayest sounding one.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it means.
I don't know. Yeah, I can name like 6 of them. Is fucking Rudolph one? Like I don't. I'm gonna start
Rudolph.
Hobbits. Yeah.
Prancer.
You know who we could ask is the girl I used to live with that had all the rocks and moons and shit.
The one whose fish I killed.
Yeah. Oh, that was an interesting time.
Who knew piss would kill a fish? They can't live in it.
Yeah. I didn't know they couldn't live in shit.
What kind of fish was it? Because dude, Reagan had a beta
Upside
fish.
down.
Yeah, upside down fish.
Yeah.
Dude, Reagan had a beta fish for like 10 years. It lived like 10 years. And I saw Aaron dump like 3 shots of vodka in its bowl one time. It didn't kill it.
Motherfucker likes to party. That's my
Bro.
kind of fish.
My sister
Oscar?
got me a goldfish for like my 11th birthday, and it died that day. I'm like, this is the worst pet ever. I'm never getting
So I'm never gonna have kids.
that. Yeah, that's what sealed the deal. Team pull out all day, so there's still a chance. Because I don't always do that either.
What does that even mean? Did y'all see that De'Aaron Fox is doubtful for game 5? Warriors gonna take one and are the Warriors gonna finish 0-2 in that series and end up winning it in the next 4 games, winning at 6?
Bro, that's some pretty gold.
You don't think
I still have Kings. Kings and
you think
seven.
you think the Kings will win game 5 without De'Aaron Fox?
I mean, is he like, did you say he was doubtful or?
Doubtful. He like fractured his finger or some shit.
No, they're not gonna win without De'Aaron Fox, but
Yeah, so I think if the Kings drop game 5, I don't know if they're gonna win game 6.
dude, and I think the Warriors would roll the Lakers.
Yeah.
It's a bad matchup, bro.
Yeah. But the Warriors are still here.
So,
If the Warriors make it to the finals, they may get swept.
I'm ready for it to be over. I
don't think they. Do you think they could beat Phoenix though?
No, I don't.
Yeah, they look pretty good. They look. What about Sixers Celtics? That's what it's gonna be.
Sixers?
Is it Sixers Celtics next round?
Joel Embiid's like 50%. Messed up his knee.
Oh,
The Sixers can't make it out the second round, bro.
They can't. They're good, dude. Like if James Harden can play in the playoffs, dude, like he's dog shit in the playoffs.
They're allergic to the conference. They're more allergic to the conference finals than I am when I lie about being allergic to latex to chicks.
Yeah.
Which is deathly, by the way. Some chicks believe that.
It gets me soft.
Yeah, I will die. I swear to God. You'll go
Yeah.
down with me. Fuck it.
And don't leave because I'll die then too.
Oh man, high school chicks. They're so stupid. No, I'm just fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss high school chicks.
Oh man,
Oh,
fucking
so 2 years ago.
no, last week was sick.
Yeah. Man, I had so much fun at prom.
Kids thought I was cool. I was like buying them liquor and shit.
Yeah. I love
Wait,
college.
so who's the other? Who would Phoenix? So Phoenix is gonna they're gonna beat the Clippers. So who's the other matchup then? Who would they play? Who's Denver playing? Or did Denver already win?
It would
Denver
be
was up 3-1 on Minnesota. They'd play Denver. Phoenix would play Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Denver's look pretty good.
Yeah, man. That's three good teams and the Lakers then we're looking at.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean, it's just the Nuggets, I don't know. They're a second round team too. They just if they make it to the second round, they're wait, didn't they just make it to the conference finals? Am I
No.
dumb? They
no,
haven't?
they did
Jamal,
they did the year Phoenix went, but they got fucked up.
Oh, so is this a revenge series next series?
yeah, the Phoenix swept them
Wait.
last time.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Clippers. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I think the last time that because Jamal Murray hasn't played in the last two playoffs for the Nuggets. He's been out the last two playoffs. I think the last
Yeah.
time they were winning series, like got to the conference, was in the bubble.
Didn't they have Jamal Murray then?
Yeah, in the bubble. Yeah.
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 I mean, that's what they've been lacking, but now he's healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been healthy, but
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna be a tough out. They got a couple guys
yeah.
that can at least throw it. Kevin Durant, Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. I mean,
Still
if
Kevin
next
Durant.
I mean that series is over. Like I thought it was over last night. Uh fucking Nicole Jokic is going crazy. It's hitting everything. And then
Is he in the finals for MVP again?
it's either him or Joel Embiid, but I think they're gonna give it to Joel Embiid because I think he's earned it, but there's a lot of people that don't want to give it to Jokic 3 years in a row.
Voter fatigue, man.
Huh?
I think it's just voter fatigue. Like they just don't want
Yeah.
to
It's
see
just
the team
they want
out.
to mix it up. Yeah. Kind of
Do you
Because
think
frustrating.
if he had won a championship, they'd be more inclined to give it to him? Because it's kind of hard to justify giving a guy three straight MVPs with no like even championship appearances.
But isn't the MVP decided in the conference final series?
I don't know if
Or is
it's
that or is that
I
about
think
to
they vote like at the end of the season, but it doesn't come out like because they're
yeah.
not supposed to take into like account like any of the playoffs. But like if Jokic, I mean, they got swept, I think, last year or lost in five. I mean, you still think about that, like, because I think the last two times they've lost in the playoffs, where they got swept by Phoenix, they lost in five to who did they lose to last year?
No idea. I don't even remember basketball last year.
I think everyone just knows that they lose in the first or second round
Yeah,
consistently.
Yeah.
but yeah, like I agree. Like you don't like they haven't been accomplishing anything, so it's like, fuck, do we really want to give them another MVP?
Well, it's the same argument for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I
I
know.
agree.
It's I don't know who I would give it to.
Shea Gilgeous.
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous, man. I hope the Thunder need that I hope they get that piece next year, man. I really do.
Me too.
They have so many draft picks. They could just trade for a fucking star.
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to overpay either way. We're gonna trade more picks than the person's worth, or we're gonna overpay in free agency to get them. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Ooh, maybe a reunion with old Steven Adams.
Yeah, it
You
would
want
help.
him? Just
It
for
would
like
help
off the bench?
because we need size, but
Off the bench, maybe?
yeah,
And then don't forget, I mean, I know you haven't forgot, but Homer or however you say his name, Holmgren or Holmgren,
Chet,
Chet.
Chethathan?
Chethathan. Yeah. Chet. I'm surprised I mean, he probably wasn't gonna play at all anyways, but
I don't
excited to
know,
see
bro.
him back.
Is
or
he
to
even
see him
good?
in general.
Yeah, he hasn't played. He got hurt before the season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see his body transformation?
No.
Someone posted a body transformation of him from camp to now, and it looks like he may have just eaten a couple Rice Krispies. Like, he
Yeah.
looked no different.
Look the exact same. Dude, I was watching ESPN and they were going over they did a poll for I think it was the players did the poll. Like 150 players, and they took what player would they take, for the next 5 years to start a franchise with from scratch. I think Giannis was like at 55% or something. Chet got one vote. He hadn't even played.
Really?
He hadn't even played. One vote for Chet from Chet.
Yeah. So, man, I can't wait to see the poll this year.
Yeah. Then
That's
LeBron
wild.
got LeBron at age 38 got 38%.
What was this for again?
It was just a poll the players took that was what's the player they would build around over the next 5 years? One player.
It's Chet. Yeah. It's
He got
betting
one
on
vote.
himself.
Yeah.
I always pick myself because I'm gonna bet on myself to the day I die. I always have.
That sounds like every
When I was in
draft.
second grade, I was only 6'4".
Yeah.
Huh?
Remember the Ray Lewis fucking speech where you like looked at each other and were like, this motherfucker is lying. Like he's like, I remember sitting there and my hands were full with my tears and I knew I was gonna make it. Or like that did not happen.
Yeah. Kind of
Dude,
like
what?
yes, did you see Von Miller recently breaking down the pass rusher draft prospects?
Mm-mm.
He named off Will Anderson and I think Jalen Carter, just talking about like what they bring to the table and how Will Anderson's like a probably like a generational type player. And then it goes into like the next few guys that are actually going to be high draft picks, and he just has no idea what he's talking about. They talk about the guy from Iowa. He's like, "Yeah, man. When I watch his game, he's just out there getting sacks, man. Like I really see him doing that in the NFL too. It's just,
Yeah.
hey, it's not going to take him 10 seconds to get to the quarterback. I think he could do it though. I think when he gets to the league, he has a shot." I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So did Michael Sam." Like,
Oh, Michael Sam was good in college, dude. I don't care what anybody says. That dude was actually really good in college.
He was a baller in college.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
got a lot
remember.
of balls in college. Yeah, love the
Dude,
sack.
he won like defensive player of the year in the SEC.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
he was really good.
And they beat Oklahoma State that year in I can't remember what bowl. I think the Texas Bowl.
Was that the old Brandon Whedon years?
No.
I'm not sure.
Justin Gilbert was on that team though. But it
It might
wasn't it
have
wasn't
been. Oh, it wasn't.
it was after.
Probably a couple years, year or two after.
Yeah.
That was
So let's
pretty.
talk about the Ryan Garcia fight, Murdo. You're the expert. What did you think?
I honestly thought he was gonna last the distance. Um but I thought Tank was gonna win with a knockdown. And the first knockdown is exactly how I called it. Because in boxing, if you're left-handed, you lead with your right foot. If you're right-handed, you lead with your left foot, so you can carry more power with your hips that way. And if you're going up against a left-handed fighter as a right-handed fighter, you have to set your foot on the outside, because if not, it's almost like if you're playing D-back, right? If you use the wrong leverage on a receiver, like if you use outside leverage when you shouldn't, they're gonna burn you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it works when with your alignment. So it's like if you're if you're on the inside of their lead foot, you're lined straight up for their left hand. And if you second round, he steps to the inside instead of the outside, overextended, and he was right there. I didn't think he was gonna get knocked out with a body shot, but the fight, as popular as it was inside the boxing community, like the hardcore boxing fans like myself and the people I associate with. We were excited about it, but we're not really big on Ryan like that. He's
So
just
is
a
Ryan? Then is Ryan Garcia? I heard someone say that Ryan Garcia is the Ronda Rousey of boxing. Do you think that's
No,
true?
that's a horrible exaggeration.
Because he's a
Ryan
guy.
Garcia is very skilled. Ryan Garcia just so happens to be in the best weight class in the sport. Well, not anymore, but competing at that level. And not everybody's going to be at the top. Dude, like there's three guys at the top right now. Tank's one of them. They're all generational talents. You're just not always going to be that guy, but he's a very talented fighter. He's just not the most talented fighter. He's just very popular.
Do you think
Yeah.
if there was a second fight, I mean, do you think it's Tank again? Like, do you think Ryan Garcia really has any business being in the ring with him?
It just depends where Ryan goes from here. He needs to get a new trainer. First of all, his fucking trainer and his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, both at the post-fight press conference, none of them were there. Ryan was there by him fucking self. After he just got knocked out, no one from his team or promotion was there. Motherfucker was by himself.
Drama.
But
Dang.
they
Someone
fucking
was someone was talking about, I was talking to you about it, the him saying that there's a mole in his camp. And
yeah, one of
mean,
his
I don't know a
sparring
whole lot
partners.
about it, but you were saying that that's more common than what you realize. And you said it even came out a couple days before the fight even happened.
Well, yeah, because Tank went public. He's like, I got a mole in your camp. He told me he hurts you to the body. He's like, I got spied. It came out like the week of the fight.
That
And
sucks. That fucking
and
sucks.
and
I,
it's
s-
not illegal.
I saw one of the guys I used to work with, huge boxing fan. He referred to Ryan Garcia as a TikTok boxer. He might just not like him, but says he's more famous than he is good. He's actually gotten like crazy speed, man. He's
Yeah,
just.
he's very athletic. But it's like
Do you think he
that
can?
level, you have to have more than just like elite
Yeah.
athleticism.
Do you think
Because
he can
go
compete
ahead, Rob.
at that level? Like, so he's got major flaws on defense, right? His defense is pretty bad. Like that, everything I
Defense,
was
yeah.
leading up to that was a lot of people were going with Tank just because of he drops his hands when he throws that left hook. Do you think he can ever kind of, even if they rematch? I don't think he could win if they. I mean, he could win, I guess. He's got a puncher's chance, but I think Tank's just a better fighter. Looked like he
Let
was
me
kind
see
of
right
toying
here.
with him. He was like smiling. I don't know if that's Tank's personality, but he was like smiling at him like early, like second round.
Yeah,
He
like,
was
damn,
Yeah.
you cute,
feints.
Ryan. Like, you
He was
cute.
setting up some
Knock
feints.
your ass out though.
Here's a crazy stat, right? Tank out of all fighters in boxing, every weight class, Tank averages the least amount of punches thrown per round, but he has the third highest knockout rate of any
Yeah.
fighter. He's just extremely efficient. Everybody thinks of him as just a power puncher. He's a very good boxer, and you saw it. He outboxed Ryan. Ryan and the TikTok boxer thing for Ryan, the as an amateur, he beat Devin Haney 3 times. Devin Haney is the champion in that weight class. He has all the belts. He's fighting Lomachenko next month on ESPN. So Ryan was actually a very good amateur fighter. He beat a lot of other guys in the amateurs too, but he's a very good fighter. He's just not that top three. He's not up there with Tank. He's not up there with Devin, and he's not up there with Shakur Stevenson. That's the top three. I honestly don't think they're ever going to fight again. And if they do, the rematch is probably going to upset a lot of people because we kind of already got the answer to the question of who's better. And Tank needs to fight Devin and he needs to fight Shakur.
Now, do
Ryan's
you think
leader.
boxing just as money hungry as the UFC is? Like, they just like McGregor fights, they do nothing but generate money. Like, that's really all they are. Like, I don't think a lot of us
There's
expect a whole lot out of it.
there's way more money in boxing.
Really.
Why do you think? Yeah, why do you think UFC fighters always go to boxing and boxers never go to the UFC? They make more money to be journeymen than they would in the UFC.
Are you Tanner? Are you saying like, do you think they want to set up like a trilogy or another fight
Yeah,
just
I
for
was
me?
asking like it's more so of like do you think that I feel like Nate Diaz saying he's coming back. Nate Diaz is he's old. Like, yeah, he was good, but I feel like him coming back to fight, like, say he fought Jake Paul, that would be just to get a paycheck. It's a paycheck
No,
fight.
that's literally what's happening.
Yeah. So it's like, do you think boxing carries that same weight? Like, do you think in the boxing community, do boxers do that, or do they care too much about like the craft of the sports? Like, we actually want to do this because
No,
it's good for
hell
boxing.
no. They're way worse than the UFC.
Really?
Why do you think people don't know about boxing nowadays? Because they fucking did shit like that for decades.
Yeah. Then what's
And
then back? Well, sorry to go off that, but back to the Tank and Garcia fight. What is the dehydration clause? What does that even mean?
no, so like these guys, they cut a shit ton of weight to actually make you weigh in 24 hours before the fight. So when they say that they have to fight at this weight or that weight, like they actually weigh in 24 hours before, and then they put on a bunch of weight overnight by the time the fight comes. So this particular fight, so Tank's not a champion. He's not a real champion. So there was no belt on the line. And the fight, Ryan actually fights at 140 pounds. Tank fights at 135. So they did what's called a catch weight, or basically like a out of conference schedule game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna do it at a catch weight of 136. So Ryan had to cut an extra 4 pounds than he normally would have for his last fight. And the rehydration clause is he couldn't weigh more than 10 pounds the next day. They had to do a second weigh in the next day before the fight, and he couldn't weigh more than 10 pounds than what he had weighed the day before. Because a lot of these guys, they put on like 20, 25 pounds.
Yeah.
So they to keep him within that 10 pounds, to keep him smaller, he wasn't allowed to drink a lot, he wasn't allowed to eat a lot. So what they're saying, what Tank did is not only did they make him cut more weight, but they didn't let him put a lot of weight back on, so he was weak going into the fight.
So normally when he cuts down to 140, his weight's probably going to go back up to like 155, so on like
One,
that.
160, yeah,
So
155,
so if he's cutting down to what he had to cut, he cut down to like 134. Is that what he was? And he
135.5.
and he couldn't go above 145 pretty much.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So they think,
Hmm.
yeah, grimy shit.
Yeah. Interesting. Do you think that makes a difference? Do you think that makes the difference at all
It
between them
definitely
two?
does. It for that fight, who knows? Like you would have to you'd have to be the fighter to really know. So I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna make an assumption, but it definitely plays a part. Like it's like you've seen other guys go out there. Shit, I fought dehydrated. Like, have you ever tried to just work out dehydrated? It fucking sucks.
Um, hungover, yeah, sucks
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
every day. Someone,
Gotta do a
if you do,
couple bumps, bud.
huh? Yeah.
Gotta do a couple bumps of coke, bud.
Oh yeah. It's been a while since I've had me a good nose full of Coca-Cola. It burns, but all right, it was a bad joke. You said there's a fight on pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah, next month.
Who is
That's
it?
it. That's Devin Haney versus Lomachenko.
And you
So
how do you
Devin Haney's the champ at 135, the same weight class that
yeah.
Tank fights at, the same weight class Shakur fights at. He has every single belt. And Lomachenko, he's like probably the fourth best guy in that weight class. He's the former number one pound for pound fighter on the world. He's still a top 10 pound for pound fighter. So it's actually a really big fight, and there's no guarantee that Haney's actually going to win. Like I'm leaning towards him, but I'm not super confident in it. That's a way better matchup stylistically and skill wise than this past weekend's fight. I think overall there's going to be more talent in the ring than there was on Saturday.
Well,
Lomachenko.
yeah, I mean, for anyone that wants to watch that fight, just click this link right here. You in the sunlight now?
Yeah, I need some curtains here, brother.
You should make it go to some like illegal porn shit so that they all have that on their computer.
No, we never put we say it every episode, we never put any links in. And my friend Jarrett was watching it and he texted me and said, the link that you pointed at's not popping up. I started laughing.
Oh,
But
dude, do it. But make it go to a link. I'll just spread my ass cheeks apart.
yeah. Box this, bitch.
Before wiping. Oh, dude, you know what I was thinking about the other day?
Anal?
Well, kinda. Remember when we used to fuck with people on Instagram where like, we would just like start talking to them and they wouldn't in their comments and we wouldn't know they were. I'm like, dude, is this that guy we saw get knocked the fuck out in front of Staples Center? And he's like, yeah, that dude got slapped. You got a picture, or you still got that snap of my dick on his forehead?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but the video cut off right before you started pissing.
We used to get on Instagram and just troll people for no reason, just random accounts. Murdo would just tag me in something and we just start going with the flow. Then I had to stop doing it because I was working for football and I was like, I can't get traced back.
Yeah, and I had to stop doing it because had no one to do it anymore, and I wasn't gonna do that shit alone.
Damn.
Draft this weekend. And Bryce Young is going number 1.
Do you, bro? Do you like this QB class? I don't.
We
I think
me
it's,
and
I think it's got a high upside, and I'm not like in love with it.
yeah, I
It's
mean, so,
getting a
yeah,
lot of hype, bro.
I'm glad that because I knew we were going to get a quarterback this draft, we had to. I'm glad that we traded up to number 1 to get Bryce Young because he's the most complete, ready guy right now, in my opinion. I mean, he's the only promising one that I see. But you have Will Levis just has a huge arm, a lot of questions, and then Anthony Richardson has about as high of a ceiling as you can ask for. It's just, and CJ Stroud's moving down the draft board apparently. Have you seen that? He's like moving down. They said maybe going at number 7. Possibly he goes outside of the top 7. So I think the
Well,
Texans are set on Will Anderson now.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't blame him for that. That's just fucking that dude's good. Yeah, I wouldn't blame anybody for drafting Will Anderson, but I don't know, man. Is so Levis is supposed to be like, I'm sure he gets compared to Josh Allen a lot. The Florida kid, he's just an athletic freak. Like I don't watch ESPN anymore, so I don't know what people say about like the prospects. I just like look at what I see on Instagram, but like he's not getting like the Lamar treatment, right? They're treating that kid as if he's like a legit quarterback. I hope.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's, I mean, he's like a Cam Newton ceiling kind of guy. Um, I don't think
Think
back
this
to
game?
CJ Stroud. I don't think CJ Stroud. I think he's the second quarterback taken. I don't think there's any way Will Levis or Anthony Richardson goes before him. There's no way.
Oh,
He's
I
2 year
agree. I was just
starter, like ultra successful 2 year starter. Like Levis and Richardson are just still so raw, man. Unless you had a pretty good, like unless you felt like you had a bridge guy, maybe, but
apparently he did bad on some test that they use to help evaluate the quarterback. I don't know what it is. I like the GMs and the coaches that evaluate the film and don't really give two shits about what's going on pre-draft or the combine and
well, they got rid of the Wonderlic test because people were coming in at like it's like basically kind of like an IQ test.
Mhm.
People were coming in at like 38. And it's like you're mentally retarded.
Yeah.
You're mentally retarded. And it's because people made it a joke. Like people didn't want to take it. So it's like they made it a joke.
Yeah.
So they're legitimately
There's a
like
picture of like Barkevius Mingo one time. He's like got a 4 out of 50 on the Wonderlic. That's almost half.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
man. I mean,
so I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like those tests, like you can't underestimate how much a 20-year-old thinks it's fun to fuck with people.
Dude,
didn't
that
you?
thing said Frank Gore was like technically illiterate.
That might be true. I mean, Jamal Charles was legitimate.
He may be
He was like
stupid.
he literally won the Special Olympics in high. That was like y'all don't remember that like ESPN documentary how he was like a Special Olympics legend.
Who?
No,
Jamal Charles.
really?
Yeah,
Compe-
dude.
Competing with Jimmy from The Ringer.
That's not fair, bro. Just because he went to Texas don't mean he's fucking one of them, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine
Stop coughing.
like being the parent of your kid who has Down syndrome?
Yeah,
And you're
what?
like, he's pretty fast. I mean, he can't read, but he's pretty fast. And then you see Jamal Charles up there stretching and warming up, and you're like, fuck. Well, you know what
Yeah.
though? Second's not
Yeah.
bad.
It's okay. That's when it's the point to tell your kid it's okay to be retarded.
Yeah, dude, Jamal Charles took gold in everything but strength events.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy with 48 reps on bench press.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claudia just started throwing people around, so we just gave her the medal.
Yeah. He didn't even throw the right shot put ball. He threw a boulder. I mean, he threw a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Still a record.
Some pissed off dude's like, she threw my fucking lunch. Like fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pole vault is not a lollipop.
Yeah. No, I really don't think there's gonna be. I was thinking about it today. Like, what's the last big surprise, number one? Like where you were number one, even though they may act like there's like they don't know, you know who they're taking. Like when was the
I
last
do
time
remember being surprised by Baker a lot when
Baker
Cleveland
was a surprise?
Baker.
But it was also, but like the point that you're making, like even leading up to the draft, like you didn't expect it until right before the draft because like are you saying like when's the last time there was a surprise pick like when the pick happened you're like we didn't
Yeah,
expect
I
this.
mean, day of, somebody
Number,
rise
you
the
talking
board
about
in.
first overall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first overall. I mean, I remember the Chiefs took a guard first overall out of Central Michigan in like 2013, which he was good, but it was kind of surprising to take.
You talking about Fisher?
Yeah.
They went Fisher, yeah, and then Luke fucking Jokel. That dude
Who?
sucked. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Um,
dude, I would have to say Baker, but even then the news came out that Cleveland was most likely taking him like an hour before the draft started. So we were kind of already prepared for it. No,
Yeah, I
because
mean it's
The
as
Rams
far as I
traded
can
up.
remember, I can't go back and think of anyone that was actually a surprise. Maybe Trayvon Walker.
I think Trayvon
Yeah,
Walker was a huge
I
surprise.
kind of had a feeling they were going to go Hutchison there.
I think Trayvon Walker was a big surprise.
I
He was
forgot
good
that he was the
though.
number one pick.
I mean, I'm not saying like they might have been talking about, I can't remember off the top of my head. They may have been saying it for a week, but it just felt like it was a weird pick at one.
Yeah.
Adrian Hutchinson definitely had more hype.
Yeah, he ended up being the better prospect. Ended up being the better player.
Yeah.
Trayvon Walker picked it up at the end.
Good though. Yeah. Yeah, but no, Aiden Hutchinson was really good. So was that other defense or edge rusher that Detroit got in the second round.
You know, you know who I may think their pick determines whether they're going to win the Super Bowl this year because they have all their talent back. But
Eagles,
if the Eagles take
Jalen Carter, if he slips to them.
or because think of all everything they have on offense and defense are still really good. Imagine if they took Bijan Robinson.
They have picked 10, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can get Bijan at 10. They can even get Jahmyr Gibbs. Like either one of those players would be immediate stars in the league.
They have
They're gonna be for 4
multiple
years at
players
least.
on
They're not
their
going to get a second
team.
contract. Huh?
Here, dude, I hope they take that route. And this is no disrespect to the King at all. And I could end up eating my words on this, but there's several players on that team, including AJ Brown, campaigning for them to trade for fucking Derrick Henry, bro.
That's what we were just talking about. Is
I
there's
thought
like
they did. I
yeah,
saw a
it's
report
because
that they
AJ
did
Brown
it.
was like tweeting stuff about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't, but I saw a report, or maybe it was just AJ Brown's tweet. Somebody broke it prematurely.
But do you really think that? I mean, because it's been proven for many years now. I mean, for the past I don't know how many years now that a rookie running back can come in and he can be a 1,200-yard rusher immediately, being an immediate impact, especially if he's with the right team. So it's like if you're the Eagles, are you really going to trade for Derrick Henry when you can get one of the two running backs that are going to go in the first round? Because they're not going to go in the top 10. Like the Eagles are going to be the ones to take Bijan Robinson top 10 if they want to.
Yeah.
And
I
I
mean,
think he's unbelievable. I think he's gonna if he goes to the right team, he may rush for 1,400 yards his rookie year.
he's probably
Bijan.
the surefire gold jacket like in this draft.
Yeah.
I mean, he could easily rush for 10. I mean, like not easily, but like I could if I looked up 10 years from now, 12 years from now, and he had 10,000 yards rushing, I wouldn't be surprised. It's
No, I
crazy.
mean, especially with the offensive line he's getting, if he goes to the Eagles.
I say that, but I also thought Reggie Bush would probably be the best running back of all time.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man.
I mean,
Well,
okay, so if Jalen Carter slides because of all the off field stuff, and Bijan's there at 10, do you think the Eagles take Jalen Carter or Bijan Robinson?
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, you got to.
I mean,
They
you
had
have to take
70
the
sacks.
guy that you know you're going to get at least 2 good contracts out of if he stays healthy.
And they had 70 sacks as a team last year. Can you imagine adding him?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll
And
get him a sack in the Super Bowl next year.
they just got somebody else really good in their secondary too. I can't remember who. They got a good safety.
Well, they also lost. Didn't they lose Darius Slay?
No, they signed him. They
Oh, they
re-signed
did.
him. Yeah,
I thought they lost a couple guys on defense,
they
secondary
did.
wise.
Gardner
They
Johnson, they get him back?
No, they actually someone else signed him.
He went to the Detroit Lions, but they signed a safety.
Yeah, I think they need 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I think they have to start 2 safeties, so I hope so.
Oh, I forgot the Eagles got Rashad Penny in the offseason.
He hasn't done shit since he left San Diego State.
They got
Even
Bradbury. Oh, they got Bradbury.
they had him. They had him last year.
Wait, no, they lost Bradbury. Hold on. Why
I
am
knew
I?
they lost a couple guys, but I mean, it's not going to be enough to. I mean,
Oh, they got Edmonds. They got Terrell Edmonds. Never mind.
oh yeah, the Hokie
They got the
from
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
They also got Mariota, who they plan on using.
Think so.
Dude, imagine him getting the game-winning rushing touchdown, bro.
Yeah. Do you think he's fast enough to play running back?
He's fucking too fragile to play running back.
Yeah.
He'd die.
Do you think are there going to be any trade ups? Is anyone going to trade up?
What's the order? Let me look it up.
If you had to guess if someone was going to trade up for a quarterback, who do you think it'd be? Because Phoenix doesn't need a quarterback.
Tennessee.
I mean, Arizona doesn't need a quarterback.
I think it'd be Tennessee.
I think so too. Don't they have a new GM?
I don't think they're sold on homeboy. What is it? Is it Malik Willis? What's his?
Malik Willis. Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks, dude.
He's dog
And,
shit.
and if they're talking about trading Derrick Henry, I mean,
Well,
might as
there's
well.
also I also saw right before we started that they've made Ryan Tannehill available in trade talks.
This is how little they believe in
They
Malik
should.
Willis. In must-win games, he only threw the ball like 10 times.
Yes, I know, dude. It was crazy. Dude finished a game with like 8 yards fucking passing.
Yeah, bro.
Insane.
He's horrible. He's really bad.
They were treating him the same way the 49ers were treating Brock Purdy in the NFC Championship, and they had the option.
He was playing with his left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I could see. I think Tennessee is the most likely to do it because nobody else makes sense, unless I mean the Packers already traded up, but shit, the Packers might trade up from 13 because I don't think they believe in love like that.
I think they got to give him one shot, at least one.
Yeah, but like, man, it would be stupid. They got to, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
They're getting zero production from him on his rookie contract. So it's like if he's good, like he can't demand a big contract, but he like if he's good, he could go to free agency and get a bigger contract from someone else. If he has like
yeah.
a flat fan season.
Tampa Bay. Watch out for Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
They're in the
they
most.
have
They've got Baker on a bridge type, like I think 1 year deal,
yeah, Trask is terrible.
but it's a good roster everywhere else. Like they're not a bad roster.
I was
Yeah.
listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about the Packers taking a wide receiver first round when they never did it for Aaron Rodgers.
I hope they do. I really hope they do.
Just
Who
an
did they take
absolute,
extra from
just an absolute
TCU?
fuck you. Quentin Johnson.
Who's the number 1 wide receiver in the draft?
No, it's either gonna be
Smith and Jigma.
Oh
yeah,
God,
it's
I'm a
either
fucking
him or Jordan Addison, which I think
oh from USC. Well, Pitt, but yeah.
even I think Zay Flowers. I feel like he's been getting talked about a little bit, but
He's
for some
rising up
reason,
the boards. Yeah, he's
what's
rising
that?
up the boards like crazy. All it takes, dude, all it takes is a good comp for somebody to come out that people trust to say the right comp, and people start falling in love. Like when they came out and said just randomly, it was not. They were just like Zay Flowers reminds me of Antonio Brown. Right after that, he just starts sprouting up fucking boards, dude.
And you know who's been
Shows
talking
his
about?
dick. He shows his dick one time in public, gets that comp, starts
Dude, he
sprouting up.
farted
Oh, I
on
know.
me.
Yeah, yeah. I downloaded it immediately just so I could have that, dirt on him. Did you see who's gonna? You see who's talking about drafting him? The Chiefs.
Of course they would.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Drafting who? Flowers?
Yeah, they said they connected. I saw something earlier that said they connected 2 players to the Chiefs first round. Zay Flowers and Jahmyr Gibbs.
The
Like
running back out of
they're not gonna
Alabama?
get Jahmyr Gibbs. I think like I could see them taking a wide receiver, which would be unfair if they did. If Zay Flowers ends up turning out to be what everyone says he is, but if they took Jahmyr Gibbs, and I don't know why they do that when they had Pacheco, who just blew up on the scene last year.
Yeah,
He
I
went
hope they
from
don't take a running
being a
back.
part-time, like he was sharing carries. He went from sharing carries to being like the guy. Once he started getting the workload, he was a freak. He was unstoppable.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, I think he's definitely got a ceiling. Like I don't. He reminds me of like Kareem Hunt, where he's like maybe a 1-2 year kind of pop guy, and he's just all right.
Yeah.
Well, I
Jahmyr
drafted him in my
Gibbs,
rookie draft last year, so I need him to be good.
Jahmyr Gibbs would be pretty broken for that team.
It just feels like that anyone that has any kind of rare athletic ability or any kind of rare ability on the field, if they go to the Chiefs, then they're going to be really good. Just feels like that for everybody. But the Titans, what I was saying earlier is the Titans they do have a new GM, clean slate.
Yeah,
So
Vrabel's
he may want to start out with a quarterback of his,
Oh yeah.
is
Well, that's what
Vrabel on
happened.
the hot seat 2 years after winning Coach of the Year? I think he is.
huh?
Who?
I think Vrabel's on the hot seat 2 years after winning Coach of the Year. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
New GM.
it's a good take.
It's not his guy. You know.
Where did someone connected? Where did Vrabel go to college? He went to Ohio State. So they're kind
Yeah.
of connecting that. They're connecting him to
You know, I just got the funniest text when I said yesterday.
what is it?
You know, I'm renting Aaron's house. He stayed over on Friday. Dude hasn't said one word since Friday. Texted me and said, "Hey man, I meant to ask you about those ass wipes you have in the bathroom. I know they say flushable, but if you could not flush out, our plumbing's not great." It's been fucking days later.
Brand is has it said shit to you in like 6 days?
Yeah, dude, just thinking he's like probably just got done taking a shit and was like, "Damn, those ass wipes Cole had were nice." Oh fuck, I meant to text him not to flush those.
But yeah, by the
Did
way,
you?
they're like all on your stairs right now. Dude, look at
Yeah.
this fucking dog, dude. Fucking, I think she's secondhand high, bro. Are you fucked up?
Yeah, me and Shelby chief it up all the time.
Oh yeah, I give this dog edibles. I'm sorry.
Cole,
I think
did you find a placemat for your chair?
Yeah.
Cole just moved into one of our buddies' houses to rent out while he's gone. And it's very it's very uneven.
Dude, this shit was built on quicksand. It's fucking like waves in the damn, like you feel hammered all the time.
what state do you live in?
Oklahoma.
He's in Oklahoma.
I don't know why I thought you lived in Arizona for some reason.
He did.
I used to for like 4.5 years.
Fuck that.
Well, he just moved back. He was in Dallas and then moved back into our buddy's place for a while. Save
What
some
part of
money.
Arizona actually? Because Arizona's like got really pretty parts. Oklahoma doesn't.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing in Oklahoma.
Dude.
I lived in Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you know what that heat's like, bro. I'm from fucking Vegas. That's what, dude. The A's moving to Vegas. Fuck playing baseball in Vegas in the summer, bro.
Oh my God.
Fuck that.
Speaking of what happened to Oakland? Or what did they do? Are they just is it just that dirty in Oakland? Like is it just that scary? Like
They know
they
they
lost the Raiders.
Bro, because they refuse to pass. I could be wrong, dude. And you know how those fans are, but it's like these teams wanted new stadiums because where the Raiders played was disgusting. It was fucking gross. And the city wouldn't pass a bill to fucking uh get the money for it. So the Raiders left. And I'm pretty sure it's the same story with the A's, bro, because it's the same fucking stadium.
Hot take. NBA expands. They put a team in Seattle and a team in Vegas.
I would hope that'd be sick if they got a team. Well, I would never root for them. I don't root for any of the Vegas teams. I
Why?
wouldn't even root. Well, because the Raiders are stupid. I'm not gonna root for the Raiders. I only went for them when they had Mariota.
Well,
And
you
I,
if Vegas gets a basketball team, then maybe you can cheer for a basketball team that actually wins.
motherfucker, you got one finals too.
I was alive for it though.
So,
What
but
where's Dame gonna go?
I don't know.
Not
You know, I hot. Here's a
not
take.
fucking Portland.
Hot take. I don't care if Dame leaves. He doesn't owe us a fucking thing. He's given us more than we deserve.
Anal.
Like I would not be mad if he left and went to a contender. I wouldn't be. I would be sad, but I wouldn't be like upset. I wouldn't be mad at him at all.
If Dame goes to Brooklyn, are they the favorites?
No.
I think you went we can't hear you. I can hear you, Murdo, not Cole.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I
There
can
you
hear
go.
you now.
You can
What do you
actually
want to do? What do you want to do for keeping it 99? What are you feeling? Just name something. Top Murdo, our we do a snake draft every episode called Keeping It 99, and it's whatever subject, whether it's all-time penis shape. Let's do all-time penis shaped foods.
How many draft picks do we have?
Oh, we can do. It's usually 5.
Okay. I got a weird shaped dick, so I'm calling out weird stuff.
All right.
Is there 15 dick-shaped foods in the world?
There's gotta be, bro.
Oh,
I'm
I
not.
could think of a lot.
I bet you could.
That's my favorite.
I bet you could. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Go ahead. You can start.
All
Hold on,
right.
I gotta piss real quick.
Snake draft of our favorite penis shaped foods. I guess I'll start because I'm the expert. I'm gonna go corn dog. Corn dog. Love corn dogs. Murdo, you can go next.
Burritos.
Ooh, love burritos.
I go hot dog.
Mixing it up.
A hot dog?
Yeah,
Love hot dog, man.
yeah. You didn't
So
mix it
much
up at all, but I love hot dogs.
a lot of variety. Number 2, I think I'm just gonna take pickles, man. You can't go wrong with pickles.
I
I love
fucking
pickles.
love pickles.
I actually made those ranch pickles too. Like I have them in the refrigerator right now.
I do
You
too. I
ever
got
had a
sick of them.
coolicle?
Huh?
What?
You ever had a coolicle?
It's a coolicle.
Those fucking pickles soaked in Kool-Aid?
No.
Dude, some
I'm gonna
wild
try it
shit.
though.
It's a real thing. Make a gallon of Kool-Aid and soak some pickles in that bit.
All right, what's your number 2 pick?
Egg rolls.
Egg rolls.
Good one.
I'm gonna
Fucking
go
love it.
churro.
That was a
Churros
good
for my
one.
second pick. And then I guess
Kangaroo.
so I have corn dog, churro, and fucking love bananas. Going bananas.
That's the ultimate dick shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you carve it out, just look like one. Woo.
Especially when you shove one up your abdomen.
Yeah. Every Tuesday. Oh,
Fucking
today's the day.
cannoli. Bitch, it is Monday.
Mm,
It is my day.
nothing like a cream-filled penis-shaped food. Oh,
Yeah,
that brings me
cannoli.
to another one. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go taquitos, like gas station taquitos, like on the
Oh, yeah.
rollers.
Love
Yeah, that's a
taquitos.
solid pick.
I've had way too many
And then
in
I'm
one
gonna
bite.
go, what are those? I can't remember the exact name of them. Are they like the rocket ship pops? I mean, ice cream
Oh,
Yeah,
bomb
popsicle.
pops.
the red, white, and blue ones.
Yeah, looks like a
Yeah.
rocket.
Bomb pops.
Yeah.
Freedom pops.
Freedom pop.
Freedom Pops. Great choice.
Twinkies.
Cock pops.
Fuck you. I was gonna say Twinkies.
Yeah, you kind of gave yourself away. I only picked that one because I knew you were thinking of that.
Such a dick. Um, I guess Slim Jim. I love a good Slim Jim. And I guess I'll go with the Snickers.
Fuck. How did it
Snickers.
fall that far? It
Snickers.
literally has veins on it.
It's the best. I know. The best texture and everything.
Damn, how did it fall that
This
far?
is tough. This is the last one, right? Because I got two I could go with. Oh,
I
good.
think, yeah, this is your last one.
I already have two sweet ones, huh? I'm going
It doesn't
fried
matter.
chicken.
It's whatever makes you happiest when you eat penis-shaped foods.
Oh man, it's
No, I don't
tough,
count.
but I'm going fried chicken legs.
Fried chicken legs.
Yeah.
I guess that's close enough to a penis.
You gotta get that penis checked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
This motherfucker said Slim Jim. He's
yeah,
out here
Yeah, so I relate to it. And
fucking pencil sharpeners.
yeah.
oh fuck. Fish sticks. Not fish sticks, but fish sticks.
Hey, if you were a Marine, do you think you would have picked crayon?
Oh, probably. I probably would pick dick, dude. It's not a dick if it has tits, bro.
Are there any good? Did we leave any out?
Ice cream
Any
cones.
any snubs?
Ice
Ice
cream
cream cone.
cone.
Yeah, ice cream cone. Like the
Push
soft serve
pop.
from McDonald's.
Yeah, that never.
Eggplant.
Push pops.
Literal eggplant, yeah.
Oh, push pops. Even the even the
Ribs.
even the push popsicles.
Dude, pigs in a blanket.
Oh,
Fuck.
damn.
And
Mozzarella
I love pigs in a
sticks.
blanket.
Mozzarella sticks. That's a good one too. Shit,
Jalapeno poppers. Yeah, dude, there's a bunch.
we suck.
Uh,
Penis.
Why would I have
fucking
dick for
balls.
breakfast?
Well,
Hey, nothing like that to get me hungry. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm two H's. I'm hungry and horny. All right, well, Murdo, thanks for joining us. That's the show. Probably the last time you'll be on here. I appreciate
Wow.
it.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you next week. Bye. Hate you. Bye.
Why? 'Cause they love